nice hair.
You came.
Why didn't you?
Who are you? What are you doing with me?
Who else is gonna beat him, Marilyn? I don't have a choice. No.
It's a lot of fun. You know, everyone's invited to come next.
So.
Say.
No, you're right. That's why I'm here. Wild animal.
Oh, come on. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It is.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once again. Today I'm super mega excited to be sharing this video with you guys because this movie is giving everything it's supposed to give. It's so inspirational and so educational, and yes, it's called Battle of the Sexes. But before we get into more details, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. And also let me know your personal opinion down below in the comments as well if you have watched the movie, and what would you personally rate it from 1 to 10. To be honest, I would 100 trillion% rate this movie a 10 out of a 10 because it's way beyond, you know, in this case her sexuality is actually about women's right, about fighting for equality. And you know, I just had to do a review on it. I didn't actually know about its existence until very recently, and I just had to go watch it and go show some support to it, and to be honest, I didn't regret it at all. So let's get right into more details regarding the movie. So basically it tells the story of the 1973 tennis match between world number 1 Billie Jean King and ex, you know, champ and serial hustler Bobby Riggs, and also Billie's love affair with her hairdresser Marilyn. Yes, it's a kind of everything falls into place together. You will see how everything starts to, you know, how the pieces fall, you know, together. You can actually watch this movie on Apple TV and Disney Plus, and I think a couple of other streaming platforms as well. And yes, it was released in 2017, and it's a sports drama. Yes, so basically in the beginning of the movie, you can see in this case that Billie, she's fighting for women's right because she wants women in tennis to get paid equally as men, and they were just not giving them, you know, that. So she have decided to go and start, you know, their own league, of a women league in this case, where they can get equal pay and all of that. So after that, you know, they started to organize a tournament and all of that. You know, Billie actually ends up meeting Marilyn, who is a hairdresser, and they just had a immediate connection. But keep it noted that Billie in this case, she is married to her long-term boyfriend, you know, and Marilyn in this case, she also has a boyfriend, you know, but she's not married. So they just had a instant connection, and Billie has decided to invite Marilyn to the tournament to go watch them play, since Marilyn doesn't know much about tennis, but she really felt attracted to Billie, so she was like, hey, why not? So they actually end up meeting. You know, Marilyn went to see Billie play and, you know, show support to her and actually go check her out. And after that, you know, Marilyn, she have decided to basically, you know, invite Billie to go dance, so they can go dance, for also for Billie to disconnect from everything what's going on, because she was dealing with a lot of pressure. And you know, they went out, they had fun, and after that, you know, Billie actually invited Marilyn to go sleep at her hotel because she didn't want, you know, Marilyn to take in this case the bus so late at night to back to California. So when they actually went back to Billie's room, they actually end up hooking up. At the beginning, Billie was kind of like nervous because she never been with a woman before, but Marilyn, she had been with a woman before. And after that, Billie, she felt kind of guilty because she's married, but she's definitely starting to have feelings for Marilyn. But Marilyn was very comprehensive about it. She wasn't pushing it, she wasn't forcing anything. So after that, you know, Billie and Marilyn, they actually started to see each other more often because, you know, now Marilyn, she actually got a position to work as a hairdresser on the tournament with the girls, you know, so that she can keep them ready, keep them prepared for the tournaments, you know, make them look good, cute for the pictures, and just take care of their hair. So that's how they actually end up spending a lot of time together. But then Billie's husband actually ends up making a return to the picture in very unexpectedly way. And as soon as he walked into Billie's room, he can actually see that, you know, Billie was with for women, but he didn't say anything because he didn't want to, you know, disconnect her or just take her you know, her focus away from the tournament. So he kind of kept that information for himself until everything is over. But he felt, because he is a good man, he's a really good and supportive man, and he sacrifices everything that he, you know, has to be with Billie and be by her side, and, you know, and be with her on this journey on her career. But later on, Billy's husband started to see that, Marilyn was starting to be a distraction for Billy, because Billy actually ended up like losing a very important match. And, and basically Billy's husband went to speak to Marilyn and told her like, hey, you have to understand, that Billy's first love is tennis, and this is way beyond us. It's way beyond what you have with her or what I have with her. She's standing for something. She's important, and this is very, very important to her. So basically, Marilyn also started to feel like she was a distraction for Billy. And also then after that, Billy and Marilyn, they had a conversation where Marilyn felt once again that she was a distraction, that she was losing, that Billy was losing focus on what really matters on her. So she kind of feel guilty, and it's and sort type of blame. So in this case, Marilyn actually ends up returning to California, where she works. And Billy was actually left shocked when she returned to the hotel and she didn't find Marilyn. But after that, she understood, and she just went fully focused on in this case, on the battle of the sexes. In this case, the match that they had, that will actually showcase that the equality match. So after that, Billie, she just concentrated on the match. She was also not doing good. She was getting sick. She dealt with a lot of pressure. And then the day of the match, Marilyn actually decided to return to actually go and see Billie and to support her. She was very, very well received. Billie actually introduces Marilyn to her family as her hairdresser, and of course Marilyn was surprised by it, but she understood it. So after that, Billie, asked Marilyn to stay for the match, and of course Marilyn, she didn't want to stay because she didn't want to, disconcentrate her. But Billie was asking her in a very kind way, please stay. So she ended up staying, watching the match. But after that, of course, Billie won the match, as well as she deserved to win. And she was celebrating. As soon as she celebrated, she actually went and she kissed her husband. And after that, basically, there was a guy who actually, designed the costumes. They gave her a hug before she walked out of the tunnel to go celebrate her victory. That actually gave her a speech and told her like, there will come a time that you can be free. There will come a time that we will be able to be who we want to be and who we want to love, but it's just not right now. So basically that already gave, the ending of, in this case, Billie and Marilyn's story, basically saying that at that moment it wasn't the right moment for Billie to go public with her feelings for Marilyn, because it can ruin a lot of things that she has, especially her being a woman, especially her playing sports. It's just the sponsorships, everything will go away. It's a lot to sacrifice at that very, very moment, especially after such a big victory. And she basically, kept her feelings for Marilyn hidden. I think they were together for, according to research. I went to do research, to see what happened after that. Apparently it looks like Billie and her husband actually end up getting divorced, and Billie actually end up going and marrying another partner who is a woman. But it looks like there was a whole situation going on. It apparently, allegedly, Marilyn, she tried to blackmail Billie, and things just didn't end up well for them too. If you guys want to know more details regarding their ending, I would definitely recommend you guys to go do some research and you will see. But yes, guys, that's basically it. For more details regarding the movie, please go watch it. Please go support it. You won't regret it. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video.